Hi, I'm Rabbi Daniel Lappin, and I welcome you to the question and answer session today. And I also want to thank people who write in. Leah sent in this terrific question. It's amazing. Listen to this. While I was asleep, a friend of mine had the nerve to look at the texts on my phone. Now that friend is confronting me about some of what he read and stuff that he would not even know of had he not invaded my privacy by looking at the text messages on my phone. I'm quite upset and do not feel I owe him any explanation about what is frankly none of his business. Please advise me on this matter. Leah. Leah, the real question here is the friendship. What sort of friendship is this? And if this friendship is to continue, if both of you feel, and I mean, you refer to him as a he, and your name is Leah, so I am assuming that there is a romantic relationship involved, or perhaps one that might be moving towards that, you both need to have a pretty serious conversation now about the moral framework of your relationship. What exactly are the rules and structures of your planned life together? What are you thinking of? And privacy is obviously a part of it. Now, why this is so very difficult today is because we are living in a time when privacy has been virtually tossed out of the window. It's almost a given that people are going to reveal far more of their lives than we ever used to on Facebook or Twitter or this or that. There are all kinds of social media sites, and people have become accustomed to sharing a whole lot. And furthermore, people use texts and messaging on phones, let alone email, as if they are completely confidential. You would have thought that people would have read enough news to discover that nothing you do electronically is secret. Nothing. And so it's quite possible that your friend Leah has a damaged perspective on this. He may well think that there's nothing so terrible. You look at somebody else's phone. I mean, didn't you pick up your phone and show him pictures on it recently? So now he's not looking at pictures, he's looking at text messages, and he saw something that he found very disturbing, and he now wants you to give an explanation. No, you don't owe an explanation, and the issue is not what he saw. The issue is, how do you have a relationship where the boundaries of privacy apparently are very blurred? You know, there's a great verse in Numbers chapter 24 verse 5 when the evil prophet Balaam looked out over the encampment of the Israelites. We're talking about 2 million Israelites camped there in the desert. Balaam stands on a hill, looks down at the camp, and he says, "How goodly are thy tents, O Jacob." Like, why? Because they're made of nice canvas? Or they got pretty pictures on them? What does it mean? And ancient Jewish wisdom fills in the gaps by solving some of the Hebrew enigmas. And it is that Balaam noticed that every tent's door was oriented to never face another tent's door. In other words, when somebody moves aside the flap to go into their tent, if somebody else's door is open and it's facing in that direction, they'd be looking right into it. And indeed, you know, when you enter a doorway, this is one of the reasons that restrooms are usually built so there's a walk around way, because when you open a door and walk into a restroom, if somebody else is walking right behind you or walking by, they can look right in. So Balaam noticed that all the tent doors are facing different directions. No adjacent two tents have their entryways facing each other. He spotted that, and he saw a nation that valued privacy. And that's why he said, "How goodly are thy tents, O Jacob." That is one of the sources we have for understanding the importance of privacy. So Leah, it's not a case of whether you owe him an explanation for what he saw. Of course you don't. The issue is, does he understand what boundaries of privacy really are? And do you understand? Do you understand clearly what it's going to be. In other words, are the two of you on the same page with your privacy expectations in marriage? And you should know on my website I have a lot of other information on understanding that even if two people are unified in marriage, there still remains an aspect of privacy that is very important. I'm Rabbi Daniel Lappin, and I wish you good times with your family, with your faith, with your finances, and your friendships.